Hello Cubicle Crashers, welcome to another episode of Screw the Cubicle TV, and I am your host Lydia Lee from Screw the Cubicle, and I'm happy you're joining me today. And just want to let you know that the background noise that you might be hearing from this video is monsoon thunder weather that we're having in Bali right now, so you might hear a little bit of some lightning and all that, so just ignore it, and hopefully it won't appear too much onto the video. Okay, so today what do I want to talk about? Well, I'm thinking a lot about productivity and focus. And I know that if you're in that transition phase of going from employee to entrepreneur, you're working on stuff as you have a full-time job, and that ain't easy, right? I know exactly how that felt like, because I myself kind of had actually three jobs really, a full-time gig, 40 hours a week or more at my corporate job. I was working another side hustle job, which is the bar that I used to work for in college on the weekends, and then attempting to work on my business in the evening. So I was kind of doing three things at once. So I totally get it can feel overwhelming. So what I want to do today is really share with you some of the things that I've learned to do 4 years ago when I was in that transition phase that's brought me more commitment, focus, and productivity in my busy weeks, and learning how to prioritize and learning how to keep my eyes on the prize when I'm working a full-time job. So I really hope this helps you out. So here we go. So the first tip that I'm going to give you guys is about this question. You need to decide, okay? So this is a big choice that you're gonna have to make, and you have to decide that building a business and quitting your job is part of a priority as every other important thing in your life. So I'm talking about making this non-negotiable. So it's not I'll do it when things get a little bit less busy in my life or when my job gets easier, because the thing is that there will never be a perfect time to quit, and actually life just gets more complicated as it goes on, right? So you have to make time. You have to actually be dedicating your days and your hours of your time towards actually moving forward with this dream, just like you do with everything else that you find priority in your life. So making it non-negotiable as part of your day-to-day important things to be working on. And in order to do that, you really have to figure out why is it that you want this thing? You know, why do you want to quit your job? Why do you want to start a business? So really, we want to be motivated, right? We're regular humans that we're not going to do something unless we really know why and there's a purpose behind our choices. So you need to figure out the exchange. And what I mean by exchange is kind of like when people say, oh, well, you've got to sacrifice this to get that. Now, I don't like the word sacrifice because that seems to give me an impression that you're giving up something you want. But you're not sacrificing things that you don't want, right? So you're not sacrificing a job, for example, to go into business because you like that job, right? You're exchanging. Right? You're exchanging one experience for another because there's something else in this kind of better route that you want to take that is more in alignment with your values. So what is that? So figure out the real exchange for doing what you're going to be doing, because you're going to be putting the hours in there. You're going to be putting the effort in there, and you better sure as hell know what it's all going to be for. Right? So take some time to reflect on the why, your reason to quit, why this is the most meaningful and important thing for you to express yourself in at this moment in time, and really remember that to help fuel you to commit to spending the time and effort every single week, every single day on it. So this might mean saying no to things that is always taking up your time. So that might be saying no to like Friday pub nights, or shopping with your girlfriends, or saying yes to opportunities that really aren't the biggest priorities in your life, because you need to now dedicate time in exchange, right, for the old stuff you used to do, to spend on working on your business. So you need to put that in the priority scale of everything else that you do in your life, like going to work, going to the gym, eating, keeping healthy and fit. That has to be in the same family of priorities. And that really is the only way that you're going to keep on focusing and committing to the dream of yours that you have. So in order to make your dream business and all the efforts that you need to be spending on it a priority, you need to kind of self-parent yourself, okay? That means dedicating a block of time every single week. Again, non-negotiable, time slots that you can commit to every single week. So that means getting real with yourself. So don't say like 5 hours a week or 10 hours a week, when really right now what's comfortable for you is 1 or 2 hours a week. It's okay to say that it's a small amount of time in the beginning until you get into the flow of kind of doing something in the evenings or the weekends that you're not used to doing before. So you do need to time block, and time block consistently. And that's about picking, let's say, one day of the week that is the most flexible for you, the most open for you, and then thinking about a time in that day that you're going to not distract yourself and always schedule that same day and same time until habitually you understand that this is kind of part of your weekly practice. So you can start with just one day a week. And when you time block yourself, it's kind of like scheduling yourself again, right? To go to meetings or appointments or events. This is going to be the same thing. Is get your calendars out, get your email calendar or your iPhone calendar out, set an alarm every single week. So what I used to do is I would set an alarm a day before, and I would set an alarm the day of to just keep reminding myself that, okay, today's the day that I work on the me time and on my business. And each block of time, you have an intention for it. You can have different themes. It's a learning day today. I need to learn how to write better. I need to learn how to market myself, whatever it might be. And another day could be all about marketing or creating my packages, whatever it may be for you. Just stick to one thing at a time in that time block, but make sure that you're doing and dedicating time for it every single week. And when you schedule it in, you'll do it, because it's not just a nice to have. It's not just I'll do it when, right? You're actually going to be doing it. So dedicate a block of time that's consistent every week. Go to a great looking coffee shop. Go to your favorite coffee shop. Go and work from a beach. Go and work somewhere that is going to feel easy for you to work at, so that it feels a bit like a treat for you and it's not drudgery. So don't work at home if you know that you're going to be washing the dishes or vacuuming and getting distracted with your day-to-day stuff. Go away, disconnect yourself from everyday life, right? And go somewhere nice and cool for you to do that block of time of work. And then you're going to be more motivated to do it every single week. The last thing that I will share with you is this. Don't overwhelm yourself. So take really bite-sized action before jumping the gun. So when I first started my first business, which wasn't Screw the Cubicle, it was another business, I wanted to do all the things. So that include like learning how to do website design, copywriting, courses, reading books, anything that I can get my hands on, I would immerse in it, and then end up doing absolutely nothing because I would never complete anything because I was trying to dib and dabble into too many pots at the same time. So I don't want you to make this mistake. I want you to figure out the most important thing for you to get clear on right now. And from working with people for the last 4 years and knowing my own story, I know that one of the most important things in the beginning is getting clear on your business idea and actually getting clear on the confidence that you need to deliver that idea, to know that people will buy that idea, and to know what you're actually going to be doing in that idea that's going to be valuable for people to pay you for. That's usually the biggest thing. And then later on, you can do things like websites and logos and pretty colors and whatever shiny objects, right, that you think business should have. But that's actually not the most important thing. It's what you see other people having. But the real work is in knowing what you really do in your business, who you're going to do it for, and why. Those are the main things that you should be focusing on. So taking a bite-sized action could mean testing out a version of your idea. So let's say you're a health coach and you're thinking, you know what, I think I want to go somewhere to do with nutrition or recipes or helping people eat better, and you're not really sure what angle to take, and what are you even going to create to help people solve this issue, and you want to experiment with it. Well, testing a bite-sized version of this idea could be, let's say, going to a friend that is having problems with her nutrition and saying, hey, could we have a 2-hour brainstorm where I can try to help you with certain problems with this issue that you're having? And then this is a part of time where I can also pick your brain on what's going on in your world and how I can help you further as market research, right? You could get on social media and join groups and ask women that you feel attracted to, do you have problems with nutrition, and what are the questions that you have? What would you pay someone to do for you if you could have this whole something solved for you, what would that look like? Go and test out versions of your ideas by simply talking to people, giving free sessions out to friends or people that you know that fit the profile of an ideal customer for you. And like I said, testing out your version of the ideas in small parts. You could write blogs. You could go to, if you don't have a website ready, no problem. Go on sites like medium.com, which is basically anyone can set up a blog and it's so quick to do and it's really beautiful to look at. Write something about the topic of your choice and start getting really deep into learning how you connect with people, how you communicate, how you approach the problem, what is your opinion about the problem. Practice saying things about the work that you say you want to do, right? Those are bite-sized actions that aren't overly pressuring. It's really going to help you get comfortable with feeling out your idea and seeing where it can go. So focusing on what's most important rather than doing 10 things at once is going to make sure that you're moving forward and completing things. That's really the biggest thing. And completing things gives us confidence, right? We are like, oh, that gave me an answer, or that caused me to now open this door. And that gives us a little bit of a win, and that makes us motivated to then go towards the next door. But we can't do everything at once. We only have limited time every single week. We have attention span the size of a peanut at times. So we have to kind of chunk things down and get moving on one step at a time, and the most important steps in order for us to go and do bigger things with our lives. Okay, so bite-sized action before jumping the gun. All right, so I hope you enjoyed my 3 tips of how to work on a side hustle while you're working a full-time job. And if you have any questions, please comment below on the video. And I also want to tell you a little bit about a webinar that I'm running that's happening on March 1st. We're in the year 2016, but just in case you watch this video a little bit later, if you click on the link below, you'll be directed to a video blog, or if you're on my actual video blog page right now, you'll be able to see a link on an image on this blog post that will lead you to the webinar, and you'll get the replay if you didn't attend the live version. So March 1st, 6 p.m. Eastern time, that's New York and Toronto time zone, I'm going to be running a webinar on how to get shit done. Basically, I'm going to give you my 3 ways of how you can master your productivity and your focus when you're starting a business. It's all completely free. It'll be an hour of training, and I know that I'm going to give you tons of value to start changing your daily habits, start thinking about how to prioritize your time and your priorities, and to even choose what those priorities are. And I'm going to teach you all my skill sets that I've learned to not only when I quit my job, but also till today to help me manage being a solopreneur and being busy and doing everything, and how do I really craft that path out for myself without wanting to pull my hair out. Okay, so I hope you join me for the webinar. You can go to screwthecubicle.com/get-shit-done. So screwthecubicle.com/get-shit-done with dashes in between, and you can sign up for free, and I hope to see you at the webinar. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully not listening to too much thunder and rain from this video. And I'm hoping to see you on my next episode. And I'm always looking for questions and looking for what I can answer that is in your head, what burning questions you have about quitting your job, starting a business, location independency, how to start a passion-based business. Give it all to me, and I'm happy to answer your question on air. Okay? Thanks for joining me again for this episode of Screw the Cubicle TV, and see you later. Hey, thank you so very much for watching Screw the Cubicle TV, and don't forget to subscribe below to get all the latest cubicle crashing content on how to quit your 9-to-5 and create a life and business on your own terms.